Big show for you today, guys. I am going to talk about my uncle's RIP Hulk Hogan, his documentary that's out on Netflix. People have been texting me about it, people have been calling me about it. Private investigators have been calling my family about it. There's a lot of inconsistencies in the documentary. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into all of it. I've got a whole list of stuff. My name is King David MMA. I'm a professional MMA champion, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. I coach at Extreme Couture, and I'm Hulk Hogan's nephew. I'm going to get you guys to the actual truth about the documentary, tell you what's right about it, what's wrong about it, who they threw under the bus, what is actually accurate, and what is complete, absolute nonsense, guys. I want to shout out to everybody who subscribed to the channel recently. I started doing these lives a little bit ago, and now the channel is growing. So shout out to you guys. And make sure you have notifications on because the times that I go live are random. But this one had to get released. Right now, so we're going live a little bit early. Let me turn the chat on so I can read it real quick, guys. All right, and we will get started right now. I'm not even going to do the shout outs to the sponsors or anything like that. You know what I mean? I'm real quick, guys. Follow Fight Circus, guys. They're not even sponsoring this. I just want you guys to make sure if you like pro wrestling, you like MMA, you like Fight Circus. Follow me at Fight Circus. We got F Bell in chat. Oh shit, it's going live early. Hunter. We got Felony Charles Bennett, MMA legend in the chat. He just got here. We got Arpon the Don. Hey, we are live. We got John Hogan who shares Hulk's last name. Hey, what's up? All right, guys, let's get right into it. So I'm Hulk Hogan's nephew. He is my father's little brother. So we are blood related. And apparently, I've not seen the documentary yet. I'm going to watch it tomorrow because I'm going to the fights tonight. But apparently, I'm mentioned in it to some extent. My mother's mentioned in it. I'm mentioned in it. My phone's going off. People are texting me. People are calling me about it. There's a lot of inconsistencies. I've talked to my family members about it. A bunch of stuff's not true. We're going to get into all that. We're going to get through the BS. Okay, so first things first. If you're watching it as a WWE fan and the WWE side of it, the pro wrestling side, WCW, my uncle's career, that's like really accurate. They did a great job with that. Everybody, my family members included, say that that part is great. What is absolutely wrong is the family stuff. There's so much stuff left out. There's people put into places where like my cousin Brooke did something and then they say somebody else did what she did. They're mixing it all up. We're going to go through it line by line. We're going to get all into it. And first and foremost, they absolutely lied about my grandfather. They're apparently saying that he was abusive. Grandpa Pete was not abusive. He actually had a fairly angry mother who beat his leg and he had injuries to his leg. So his mother may have abused him, allegedly, from what I heard from the family being told to me. But Petey, every experience I've ever had with him was the sweetest experience ever. So to my understanding, that is a huge misrepresentation of what's going on in our family. They're talking about this. So this is the crazy part, is when you are living it, what they put out in the media is so different. For instance, one time, I had a reality show trailer and I had a big Hollywood production company selling my reality show. It was called My Girlfriend Wants a Girlfriend. And it was 16 girls are trying to date me and my girlfriend. Right? And in the reality show trailer, I say I'm Hulk Hogan's nephew. I was literally with Hulk and Hulk told me to move forward with this. I was at his mega mansion in Florida. It was like a French villa style mega mansion. It was so big you could yell in it and you couldn't hear other people. Like you could yell and they couldn't hear you. They had to have an intercom in there. And Hulk told me run with it. He liked the idea. He liked the concept. He said that his wife at the time would have enjoyed the show. It was all systems go. And in the meantime, what happened was that he renewed his licensing rights to the WWE to license the name Hulk Hogan from him for 3 years for $10 million. Well, now WWE has the rights to that. But the trailer was picking up traction. Next thing I know, I'm on TMZ, and they got my uncle in character saying, he's not a real Hogan brother. And then the headline goes, Hulk Hogan disowns nephew over bisexual reality show, implying that I'm the bi one when it was the chicks that were bi, right? You get what, like, that's how they warp it. And what actually the issue was, is that he no longer had the rights to his name for 3 years. His intellectual property, Hulk Hogan, his real name is Terry Bollea. And because of that, Vince McMahon had the rights, and Vince McMahon wasn't on board with the reality show. So even though I got it cleared from Hulk himself, by the time that it was actually being put out as like a viable show, Vince had taken rights of the royalties of the right. He had taken license of the name, and the show got crushed. Right. So, but the headlines don't say all that. The headlines say Hulk disowns nephew over bisexual reality show, which it's not even factual at all. So we're going to get into the rest of this Netflix stuff. All right. So they've also misrepresented and underrepresented my cousin Brooke. Okay. Hulk called Brooke teeny. Hulk that was his pride and joy, Brooke. Right. So she's like essentially written out of like a lot of stuff. Like, she literally saved Hulk's life at one point because two different medical professionals had prescribed him pain meds because he had all these surgeries and all this damage to his body from pro wrestling. And so he had like double medications and he was taking them. And then Brooke and Jen, who was Hulk's former wife, they went and they raided his bag and they got all his stuff out of it, all the painkillers. And then Jen had told Hulk, "Oh, you kind of snapped at Brooke the other day." And then he's, "Brooke, what's wrong? I heard we kind of got into it." She's like, "It's okay." And then he asked Brooke what was he on, and then she told him what he was taking, and he's like, "Brooke, you saved my life." Like, this has all been like rewritten in the documentary. From what I'm understanding, I'm going to go watch it tomorrow, guys. But like, from my family telling me this, but Brooke is misrepresented and underrepresented. My sister Victoria is underrepresented in there. In fact, there's even points where Hulk may have been on prescription meds from a doctor for a surgery and thought that Layla Ali was intervening with him when he was unfortunately thinking about ending himself. And it was actually my sister that was on the phone with him that talked him off the ledge, right? And so my sister's not being represented. And then he also had a wife. Her name was Jen, and she was underrepresented in the documentary as well. She was there for like 10, 12 years. And every time I met Jen, she was super sweet to me. And she was like pretty helpful in Hulk's life through all the challenges, sticking by him when he had surgeries, when he had all kinds of stuff. And, you know, when you had like over a dozen surgeries and it hurts to walk. I remember being with Hulk and he had just got stem cells. And previous to the stem cells, he couldn't brush his teeth because he couldn't bring his arm up to his mouth. And so he would put one arm down on the sink and then he would brush his teeth with his left hand because he couldn't move his right shoulder that high. And he had got stem cells in it. And then, you know, a few weeks after the stem cells, he was able to move his arm above his head. And that's when I became a big fan of stem cells, was when my uncle told me firsthand how effective they were. Right. Other stuff on there. They had a little segment in there about how the reality show came to be. Hogan Knows Best, and they're portraying it as if the reality show was there to bring Hulk, Linda, Brooke, and Nick together as a family. To my understanding, that was not what the show was for. The show was for Brooke's music career because Brooke and Hulk were working with Lou Pearlman of boy band fame, the original Making the Band. He made a lot of the famous boy bands back in the day. And before Diddy took over the MTV show Making the Band, Lou Pearlman was actually the guy that was making the band. So like In Sync came from Lou Pearlman, right? And so he was a big music producer and he was working with Brooke. And they said, hey, if you want to get this music thing to pop off, then we're going to do a reality show. And that's how the reality show came to be, right? So it was a platform for Brooke and her music. And Brooke actually had a fairly long music career. And that's kind of left out of the documentary. It was misrepresented in there. And she actually did a song with my buddy Jay, who was on the stream last night, who's an international DJ, and he DJs for Fight Circus. And that song never got released, but it was banging. It was called Fly Like Me. And maybe he'll drop it on a mixtape or something like that one day, since Brooke's no longer with the record label. And that song is probably allowed to get released now because there's nobody trying to stick their claws in and drag every dollar of money out that they can, so you can't even put music out sometimes, even though you got hot songs, right? So sometimes the music industry gets shady, but yeah. So I'm actually excited to watch the documentary. I know that the family representation is like 98% inaccurate. It's highly inaccurate. I'm not even sure how much my sister Melissa's involved in the documentary or not, but to my understanding, from my family, directly related to Hulk Hogan, right, and my experience myself as Hulk Hogan's nephew, his brother, his big brother, is my father. I'm telling you guys, the fucking Netflix documentary is awesome for the WWE pro wrestling aspect, but every single member of my family is saying that it's ass backwards when it comes to the family side. So anyways, I want to hop on here, give you guys a little preview before I watch it to let you know what to expect while you watch it. And don't get caught up in the fucking mesmerizing Hollywood drama and bullshit that a lot of what they're saying about the family stuff is, it's wrong. And they do it in a way that's like adjacent to accurate. So they might put in, let's say, Jimmy Hart's daughter into a storyline that was actually Brooke. Or they might put like Layla Ali in a storyline that's actually my sister Victoria. Things like that, right? So like the storyline's kind of true. Hulk was thinking about this, and then this person, but the person's wrong. What they said was right. What Hulk was experiencing at the time may have been right, but the actual facts and information have been changed, if that makes any sense. So just know that if you guys are going to go watch it, that apparently it's great. It's absolutely awesome for his pro wrestling career, but the family side of it is cap. So I'm going to read the chat real quick. Hey, yo, we're live. Hey, what's up? So you are from the bigger brother. Oh yeah. So I am Hulk's big brother's son. So I'm Hulk's nephew, and my father is his older brother. I'm headed back to go get the bread. Oh snap! Arpin's got some bread to get. Arp on the Dawn. I will check that out. Yeah, guys. So I'm not saying don't watch it. I'm saying go watch the documentary. I'm gonna watch the documentary. And to my understanding, Brooke has another documentary coming out. And that's a different take, right? So we're going to get this take from Netflix, and then we're going to get a different take from Brooke. And we shall see which one is more accurate. Apparently, this one is not accurate. I'm going to watch it tomorrow, and then I'm going to go do another live after I've actually watched it. Because I honestly, I had plans to watch it with, I've got two kind of like managers, right? So one of my managers interacts with me more, and the other manager is more business related for my fighting, right? You know, pro MMA champion. But one of them is a big WWE fan. And so he was just at WrestleMania. So we were discussing WrestleMania. We were discussing Brock's retirement. And we made plans. We're going to like order pizza and watch the Hulk documentary, right? Because as much as he's my uncle, I'm still a WWE fan. I'm still a fan of the character of Hulk Hogan, if that makes any sense. So I have two different experiences with him. One is like as a family member, right? Like an uncle. And then the other one is like a fan of his career, because Terry Bollea in person is still Hulk-like, but Hulk Hogan is a is an entity onto itself, if that makes any sense. So you can watch Hulk Hogan even though you're related to him, and you're watching it the same way anyone else would watch it. You're watching like as a fan, right? So I was a fan of my uncle's work in addition to being related to him. So I'm going to watch the Netflix documentary with two sets of lenses on. One, as a member of the family, and two, as a fan of his pro wrestling career. So anyways, guys, don't believe the hype. The WWE pro wrestling part of it's great. The family stuff is cap. I'm going to pop out. I got to go pick up the owner of Fight Circus. We're headed to the Tough Enough. My teammate Kanan is fighting in the main event, and we're excited to see him win tonight. So if you guys happen to be in Las Vegas and you're going to be at the fights, come say what's up to me. I'll be there. I'm not going to wear this shirt. I'm actually going with a unbuttoned long sleeve, shades on, signature look, you know, shirt unbuttoned to my belly button. And no telling what might happen. Somebody might drop out and not make it to the fight. I might hop in last minute and beat somebody up. No telling what I might do. Anyways, guys, I'm going to pop off. Thank you for everybody that popped on. I know this is like 8 hours before it usually starts. So shout out to you guys. You guys are real ones. And I want to send some appreciation to everybody that's saying intelligent things and contributing in a constructive manner, because some of the comments have been dumb as fuck lately. And so I just want to appreciate the people with actual sense and the real ones and the people that get what we're doing here. And then I kind of want to just throw the dumbasses under the bus, because it's fun to do that as well. So guys, if you get a second, go read the comments. Some of them are absolutely stupid. And I encourage you to bang on idiots in the comments, guys. That's what we do here. We stuff nerds in lockers and we bang on idiots in the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. I might even hop on. No telling what I might do. No telling what time I might hop on tomorrow. All right. I love you guys. Peace.